Hi, everyone. Hi, I'm Ellen.
And I'm Eric.
And this is I Love That. And we're a podcast, and we are doing this for our son, Jack, who someday might want to watch it. And we're doing these 150 questions from tales.com, and they're called Life Story Kit, Interview Kit. And we're just answering questions about our lives that Jack might want to know someday. So that's what we're doing. Do you have anything you want to talk about?
No, can't think of anything.
Nothing?
No.
Well, I can talk about how hot it is outside.
Oh, that's true.
It's about 97.
Yeah.
Looked like it was about 97 and feels like 120 degrees outside, everyone. Yeah. And that's because of the humidity. We have corn sweat. They were actually talking about it on GMA the other day.
Yeah.
And I was like, that is real. Corn sweat is a real thing, people. Excuse me. So, yeah, it's pretty hot. But since we have our nice new windows,
that's true.
Stayed very really cool nice in here. So, yeah, I'm very pleased with our new expensive windows.
Yeah. I let the dogs out this morning, and I couldn't hardly feel the sunlight.
Oh, really?
Through the window.
Yeah,
it was nice.
It's really nice. I like having my bedroom blinds up now too.
Oh, yeah.
Because my windows look so pretty and nice, and it's nice to have some sunlight in there.
Yeah.
But okay, well, do you want to get right to the question?
Sure.
All right. What's the question today?
Today's question is, did you have any influential teachers or coaches as a kid?
Oh, gosh. I mean, it's hard to remember a lot of teachers and coaches. Do you have any?
I do. Mr. Brotherton was our science teacher through junior high to I think about like 10th grade.
Right.
Then he moved on to teach at a college. But yeah, no, he was super cool, and I loved science class.
Oh, that's cool. Did he do lots of explosions and stuff?
He was engaging. He had all these little critters, salamanders and stuff.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, it was kind of neat. He had a bunch of animals in little cages and stuff
in the classroom.
Yeah,
that's neat.
Yeah, it was cool. Fish. Yeah, it was good. It was a good class.
Yeah,
and then he moved away. Yeah, because it was my favorite too.
Yeah, science was your favorite.
Yeah,
total opposite for me. Total opposite for me. Mr. Goff, he taught science, and he thought that was just biology. All I got to was biology. Because, science wasn't my deal. And, dissecting, not my thing. I'm a super big animal lover. So, kind of like, remember Elliot in E.T., how he let all the frogs go? That was the type of person I was going to be. So, I think I just took biology and I got out of doing the dissection somehow. I probably had to draw it. Instead. But yeah, not science. But go ahead.
Oh, I was going to say we dissected earthworm, frog, pig fetus.
Ew.
Yeah.
Was that a higher one? Because I don't remember that.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. No, like I said, I stayed out of science. Not great. I was on the opposite end of the spectrum. I loved English and writing and grammar. I know it's so weird, but I love grammar. I'm kind of a, grammar Nazi type person. So I had, in high school, I had a very influential teacher named Miss Kennedy, and we called her Miss K, and she was the journalism and newspaper teacher, and she was also yearbook. And she was just the most awesome. I mean, she was very, she was going to tell you what the deal was. She wasn't going to mince words about it. But she was also very, a very safe person. In fact, I had a couple of issues, personal issues that I had to deal with. And she was there for me for that. And I guess in ninth grade, when we went, the newspaper class went to the JEA convention in San Francisco. My mom couldn't afford to go to send me. So I guess she contacted Mrs. K, and somehow they worked it out so that I could go, which was awesome because it was like a convention of all, these high school kids from around, I don't know if it was around California, must have been around California. But yeah, it was neat. You got to write against all these people and you got to meet a whole bunch of different people and go, hang out in San Francisco, which is totally fun. But yeah, so she was a really awesome teacher, but you know, she didn't mince words. She was pretty hardcore. Do you have any more? Anybody else? What about? I know you were involved in band.
It was Mr. Kern was our band teacher, and he was really awesome. He was really strict, but he was really good.
Yeah.
And then when he left, we got, I don't know, I don't even remember his name.
You didn't like him that much?
Nah.
Nah.
And then he was there for a couple of years, and then we got this lady that, man, she was just hell on wheels. She sucked.
Oh.
In fact, I quit band.
Oh.
My last semester of high school, I quit band because she was so terrible.
Oh.
So yeah.
That's awful.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Don't scooch over that way too far because I might have to cut this out. And we're back. So I also had a teacher. I didn't love any other subject except for English and journalism and newspaper. But we had a teacher named Mr. Doty, and he was like history teacher. He must have been history teacher, but I remember going over like the Constitution and stuff with him. So maybe he was American government. I can't remember, but he looked like Wink Martindale, so we called him Mr. Doty Dale. And if you fell asleep in his class, which I don't understand how people fell asleep in high school. I don't get it. I would never do that because I don't want to be called out.
Right.
So if you fell asleep in Mr. Doty's class, he was in a bungalow. So he would send you outside right across the way, right across the grass. And across the grass was a brick building. And it was the cooking building. It was where the cooking class was right there. So he'd make you pinch the wall because he said all the steam from the cooking was dislodging the bricks. So you had to stand out there and pinch the wall for the rest of the class. Yeah, he was pretty brutal. I never had to do it, but I watched people do it. But he also one of the reasons he stuck out to me was he taught us how we would never forget Little Rock, Arkansas. That Little Rock was the capital of Arkansas. He drew a rock, and what was it? Little Rock, Arkansas. Okay, so he drew a rock. He drew an ark, okay, like Noah's Ark, with a little hand with a little saw. So it was Little Rock, Ark, Can, Saw.
Right.
So, and he told us, you'll never forget this image. Now you're going to remember if you ever are stumped, you'll just go back to that image. And I do, I swear to God, I've done it for my whole entire life. And then I had this really amazing English teacher. Even though I failed her English class because I was just goofing around too much, like going out, and I was already starting my going out and partying phase at that point while I was still over at Warren High School. But her name was Cindy Amarillo, and she was so cool. During 11th grade summer, it was 11th grade summer, Jeff Kaminsky and I had to go to a summer school class because we had both failed her class or something. He was a year older than me, so maybe she was teaching 11th, 12th or something like that. But that was, I had loved Jeff from afar, but that was when I met him. And he saw me ride up on my scooter. And I swear to God, it was the first day we were there. And he leaned over and asked me if he could ride my scooter home and then come back and pick me up. And I was like, sure, here you go. Like, hearts in my eyes and shit, just like Candace on
Phineas and Ferb.
Phineas and Ferb, floating. But he came back and he picked me up. So that was the start of our wild summer together. And we went to, he was the drummer for Channel 3 during that summer. So that was when I started going to all the Channel 3 shows, and we would stay out late. We would come in. We'd still make it to our summer school class because we knew we had to do it. But one morning I came in and I had stayed over at Jeff's house, like slept on the couch, and they had a Great Dane named Tosca. And that Great Dane named Tosca ate my shoes up that night. So we went in to school and I was barefoot. I had no shoes. No one cared. I just walked around like, where's your shoes? His dog ate them, literally. So she was really cool. She made English class fun. She always wrote great notes on my papers, very encouraging. She encouraged me to read, which I hated to do, but I started learning how to love reading in her class too. So I think we had her for 9th grade English. And I was kind of chatting with someone online, Steve Christensen, who I wasn't really friends with, but we didn't run in the same groups, but I knew him. And he reminded me that he and his partner, Lori, did the scene from Romeo and Juliet for extra credit, and Steve was Juliet, and she was Romeo. So I do remember that. It was pretty funny. It was a balcony scene. So she was a really neat lady. She wasn't there when I left, so I think she got fired or something. But it was kind of cool because her sister was a DJ on KNAC, which was used to be beforehand. It was like a punk rock station, and they played a lot of punk rock stuff, like Dead Kennedys and stuff. And then one day it switched. One day, literally overnight, it switched to like headbanger music. It was pretty sad for me. For all of us KNAC lovers, it was pretty sad. But yeah, she was a DJ on the radio station. So
that's cool.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. So that's all I can think of. I remember Mrs. Lineberger. She was my kindergarten teacher. One of two. I don't remember the other one, but she was always really neat too. I went back to visit her after high school, and she still remembered me totally because of blah 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 blah. Talky talk. But yeah, that's it for teachers, influential teachers.
Yeah. That's all I got.
You done too?
I'm done.
You didn't really you had like a few teachers and
yeah.
All right. Well, that's fair. I guess we'll end the show then. So go ahead and follow us on all the socials at I love that Jack's Crib. And if you want to email us, you can email us at I love that at jackscrib.com. So I guess we'll wrap it up then.
Yep.
Okay, so until next time, this has been I Love That. See you later.
Bye.